नमस्कार दोस्तों और जय हिंद। आप सभी को स्वागत है इन माय चैनल 1971 वॉर बुक सीरीज। तो आज हम बांग्लादेश जंग में हिस्सा लेने वाले एक बटालियन जो थे द 6th राजपूत रेजिमेंट फ्रॉम द इंडियन आर्मी, उस बटालियन के एक ऑफिसर के साथ आज हम बात करेंगे रिगार्डिंग हिज एक्सपीरियंसेस इन द वॉर। He had been honored by the armed forces with the Sena Medal for his contributions in the Bangladesh Liberation War और उन्होंने इस जंग में हिस्सा लिया था बिफोर इवन कंप्लीटिंग हिज यंग ऑफिसर्स ट्रेनिंग कोर्स। आप सोचिए कितना यंग ऑफिसर्स थे ऑफ द इंडियन आर्मी जिन्होंने इस जंग में हिस्सा लिए टू लिबरेट अ सफरिंग ह्यूमैनिटी। इंडियन आर्म्ड फोर्सेस जो सिलेक्ट सेक्टर में फाइट किए थे, this is the first veteran that I am speaking to and I am interviewing who fought on that side. Also, उनके daughter Captain Vaishali had worked in the armored workshop of the EME during the Kargil conflict. So this is a family जहां पे both father and daughter had been present in the conflicts जहां पे इंडिया का involvement has been very much active. तो उनका बटालियन द 6th राजपूत रेजिमेंट was a part of the 59 Mountain Brigade under the 8th Mountain Division of the 4 Corps of the Indian Army. 59 Mountain Brigade में था 6th Rajput Regiment, 9 Guards and the 4th Battalion of the 5th Gurkha Rifles Regiment Frontier Force. तो और देरी ना करके let's welcome Colonel Digvijay Singh Sena Medal to our program today to talk about his experiences in the 6th Rajput Regiment.
I was born in Bikaner, Rajasthan
Okay.
in March 1947.
Achha.
My father was in Rajasthan Administrative Service, and most of the time he was posted in Bikaner. We are 6 brothers and 3 sisters. I am in boys. I am the 4th brother of this family. I started my schooling from Bikaner, and I started playing football for my school. And thereafter, my father was posted out to Suratgarh in Ganganagar district of Rajasthan. So I went there, and from there I passed my higher secondary school.
Achha.
And by then I had done too good in football and athletics. Thereafter I went to college in Kota. I had science mathematics as my subject. And in Kota I played for University of Rajasthan in North Zone basketball tournament and football tournament. Not basketball. I had not started basketball that time, but football tournament.
Achha.
So the coach at the Government College Ajmer in Rajasthan, he saw me playing and he advised me to join Government College Ajmer because in Kota I was the only player who was in university. So I left science that year and joined Government College Ajmer in arts. My subjects were social studies, philosophy, and history. I most of the time I was busy in tournaments, so not very good in studies. However, I cleared my BA and went for SSB interview. In my first attempt I was taken and went to OTS Officers Training School Madras for training.
Okay. I mean, this is how
From
you
there,
shifted to like a different kind of life completely.
yes, and from Madras I was good in sports. I got a basketball blue of the OTS and was good in obstacle course, etc. I wanted to join para, but my battalion commander there was from Rajput Regiment. So he told me to go to Rajput Regiment, and I was sort of given 6 Rajput. And on 22nd August 1971, we passed out. I went to
Just a few
Bikaner.
years before the war.
Yes,
Yeah.
and By then we had no idea that there will be a war. Though some instructors used to talk a little bit that we may go for a war. Some of them were posted out to train, especially those who were instructed in commando. They were sent to East Pakistan border to train the Mukti Bahini that time.
Right.
So in September, I went to Nagaland. That was our transit camp. My battalion was in Manipur.
That's
So when I went to Nagaland transit camp, the OC transit camp told me that your battalion has moved from there, but we don't know where.
okay.
So this move was such a big secret.
Mhm.
So
Because I think they
I
don't tell people where they are going. Especially if they're going for some place like Bangladesh operations, they would be hiding it completely.
huh. So they moved by rail and by transport,
Mm-hmm.
and from Manipur they went to Mizo Hills to Assam, and Assam to Tripura.
Acha.
So, so we were one more officer was with me of 9 guards of the same brigade,
Mm-hmm.
and both of us went to railway station, and any vehicle, any train moving towards Tripura,
Mm-hmm.
we asked for.
And they.
So one artillery regiment was moving,
Mm-hmm.
and they took us and they say, okay, if you don't find your battalions, we'll make you gunners. So we went with them, and in the evening we reached Dharmanagar. That was the last station
Mm-hmm.
at that time. And we saw my people, Rajput and guards people, they were there because they were receiving people who are coming back from leave or posting, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I joined my battalion, and as soon as I went to Choraibadi, which was our battalion headquarters, there was no officer. They had gone out for recce and training because we came from counter-insurgency operations, and we had
So
to.
Choraibari, I mean, very close to the
Choraibadi.
border, right?
It's yes, very close, because from there the meter gauge railway line was from there
Mm-hmm.
to some place in Tripura.
Okay.
So, basically, we were guarding the railway line because they were the intelligence report that they may destroy this railway line. The enemy may destroy so that troops don't reach uh, deep into Tripura.
Mm-hmm.
So initially we were guarding the railway line, and then we started our training for attack by night and counter attack and whatnot.
Acha.
Meaning tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So meanwhile, we were sent further ahead, and we were deployed on. There was a place called Bagbasa on the border,
Okay.
and there we were given these Mukti Fauj persons, and in October, General Ziaur Rahman, that time he was Lieutenant Colonel, he was commanding.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
He was commanding 8 East Bengal Rifles.
Mm-hmm.
He came in our area with complete battalion vehicles
Mm-hmm.
flying white flag. So
Okay.
we stopped them, then we received them, we took them inside, and then we talked to our GOC and corps commander and all. And so they became part of our troops.
Actually, sir,
one company.
he was, I mean, he was a lieutenant colonel, but he had 3 battalions under him actually at that time. I mean,
Yes.
3 battalions of East Bengal Regiment, like a brigade itself, like a makeshift
So
brigade quickly made, something like that.
because that time we used to get reports that Pakistan army is treating the Bengalis very badly.
Mm-hmm.
They used to kill anyone.
Yeah.
Even there was a medical company of complete. They were Bengali
Mm-hmm.
people. So one night they killed all of them, not realizing these medical chaps will help them in war.
Mm-hmm.
But since they were Bengalis, they killed them all. And Then we also started doing our operations with
Mukti Bahini.
Major Ami.
Okay.
He was company commander of one company which was given to our brigade.
Okay.
So
So it was like a
uh,
Mukti Bahini company given to you.
we were given Mukti Bahini platoon.
Platoon.
That means about 30 boys.
30 boys.
And one company, they were part of our brigade.
Acha.
So sometimes they used to come in section or platoon strength and do some operations in East Pakistan and come back.
So
But they never
also
took.
go in for any reconnaissance operations, something like that. Any
Yes,
intelligence
we.
gathering.
I used to go during night. My CEO used to tell me
This
because
was in
initial
October, right, sir?
October
In October. Okay.
and early
And it gets
November.
very cold, I guess, because Sylhet side, something like that.
It is cold, but that time it was very humid.
Okay.
We were in single shirt and sweating like hell. We used to drink a lot of water. It was very humid that time because a lot of water and uh, tea gardens were also very humid. So initially we were given Phul Tala and Sagarnal era objectives.
Varanasi Karnal, right.
So I was sent on a recce to see where can we have forming a place, what is the strength of the enemy there, where are their bunkers, where do they have their automatic weapons deployed, like this. So I carried out recce for Phul Tala and Sagarnal both in 2 nights and gave my report to my CEO and he planned one ambush by Mukti Bahini. From Sagarnal to Phul Tala, they used to send their rations
Acha, acha.
in the morning, early morning.
Okay.
So they went there and they destroyed the bridge. There was a small route, not very big road, very small, and it was a sort of kacha route. So these chaps they destroyed that bridge and came back and gave us a story that they killed somebody. Anyway, and
Sir,
both
I
these
had
places.
another question. Like, being from the like initial phases and everything, did you witness any atrocities, sign of atrocities committed by Pakistanis on local people?
No, we used to, get the refugees.
Okay.
There are a lot of people who were going to India from across the border. So they used to tell us how they were treated. There was so much of atrocities because Tikka Khan has given them orders to go all out to destroy these chaps, so that the West Pakistanis have the complete over there because
Complete domination, right?
domination because most of them member of parliaments from Bengal and they were more in number. So when late Mujibur Rahman, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, when asked there should be we should be given more
Rights, I think.
ministries and whatnot. So they were he was then put in uh, jail and they say Urdu is compulsory in East Pakistan. Urdu was never they never took this in right way.
Right.
So they, people were not very happy, and then they started doing a lot of things. They were killing people. They were uh, uh, forcefully they took people to make their morchas, trench digging and whatnot. So they were not very happy, and there was a large number of refugees in India, and so it became necessary to liberate the chair from atrocities of Pakistani. Tika Khan had gone, and uh, somebody else came. He surrendered. He came as East Pakistan commander, and
General Niazi, I think. Yeah.
Niazi, General Niazi, he came. So on 20th November, we were told to capture Phul Tala and Sagarnal and Atgram.
Directly going in like battalion scale attacks.
So far we used to send Mukti Bahini people with our chefs in support and our mortars and artillery in support. But now they say, okay, you go and capture all these international boundary salients inside India and make them a straight line.
Hmm.
So, uh, so initially we were given Atgram to capture
Atgram.
and 4-5 GR to capture Sagarnal. So then they changed. They sent 4-5 GR to Atgram and we were sent to Pulkar.
Okay.
Sagarnal was nine guards. So there were only Rajakars there. There was no regular army of Pakistan there.
Hmm.
But they had artillery and mortars in support. So they used to fire single shot in 15 minutes or half an hour or so that we keep our head down. But that didn't happen, and we cleared these uh, all these salients by 22nd of November, and then uh, we were told to get into uniform. Till then we were in
I mean, direct.
civil
Okay.
series.
The uniforms.
Now we wore the uniform, and our first objective.
उससे पहले you were wearing like बंगालियों का uniform clothes, I guess, lungi and everything.
But you see, if anyone could recognize they are from Indian Army because we used to have shirt and trouser, but jungle boots.
अच्छा.
Jungle boots were army. Jungle boots. So whenever we went somewhere, the children used to shout "Joy Bangla,"
Right.
and so we gave a report that they all know who we are. So why have this anyway? So by uh, end November, 30th November or so, we captured point 320. That is the first time we encountered regular forces
Nice.
of Pakistan. In point 320, there was a platoon of Punjab Regiment of Pakistan. So we cleared that.
I think
on
31
second,
Punjab was in that area.
yes, 31 Punjab.
Okay.
And then we captured another objective by 2nd December.
2nd December.
On 3rd December, we attacked Ghazipur. Ghazipur was very well fortified, and we could only capture portion of that objective.
Gazipur tea estate.
Suffered a lot of casualties.
I think
And then
टी एस्टेट का बिल्डिंग से फायर आ रहा था बहुत.
there was a manager Bangalore. There was a tea factory. There were 3 objectives there, and we could
Banana
only
plantation
capture.
था, I guess. I mean, this is what I read from the reports of 4-5 GR. मतलब उनका write-up से I found it.
So our advance was held up, and there was daylight. So
Daylight.
4-5 GR was ordered to. Not daylight. We had attacked mid of the night, but by the time we captured and reorganized, it was daylight. So rest of the managers Bangalore and this group where they had a platoon, 4-5 GR was asked to clear, and they cleared it. Next objective was Kalora.
2IC I think was killed. उनका 2IC.
4-5 GR was
Major Shyamakant Kelkar, Gajanan Kelkar, yeah, that was his name. Kelkar.
So they did very well, and in one night they suffered a lot of casualties, but they cleared Ghazipur. And next day our objective was Kalora. So we were asked to advance to Kalora and capture it. And in the morning, our Air Force came. Only 2 or 3 aircrafts came, and they just flew over the defenses of Kalora.
अच्छा.
And they withdrew. खुदा का बच्चा आ गया है ऐसे करके, and they withdrew. So we next objective we cleared by 6-7 December. On 8th December, a lot of fences were. That time the information was that Sylhet garrison has gone to Dhaka.
अच्छा.
It was Halaichara actually.
Okay.
After Halaichara, so 7th December,
Right.
Halaichara, Halai, Halaichara. So we captured this Halaichara by 8th
Okay.
And then this information came, and uh, GOC sent 4-5 GR in helicopters to Sylhet with one company of 9 guards. And when the Sylhet garrison was going, when reached the river, so the ferry which they were supposed to use was captured by our own troops, Indian troops of 3 Punjab. So they came back to Sylhet.
Okay.
They had one artillery brigade and one infantry brigade. They came back and they saw these helicopters landing there. So they went on top of the buildings and they fired on these troops, 4-5 GR. Then 4-5 GR had to dig up very quickly.
So, sir, you were saying that you were sent to Kalaur, I guess.
After that, the road had to leave the vehicles and march on foot. Can you getting me? And we reached Panchuganj in the night at about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So we found that the road bridge was destroyed and only a railway bridge was available to cross over. So I was then called by the commanding officer and given the task to find out if there are enemy bunkers across the railway line or if they are having a delaying position or some sort of defenses across the river. So I, with my men, in the night at about 2:30, 3 o'clock, we started advancing towards other side of the river. When our number one scout reached the other side, at the end of the bridge, he was stopped by their sentry or somebody. Stop, who's coming? So this fellow said कि हम 6 Rajput के लोग आ गए हैं. He thought they are from Mufti Fauj. वो तो उसका वो था.
Okay.
So they just went inside the bunkers and started firing with heavy machine gun and from one bunker medium machine gun. And we suffered a few casualties. And then CO said कि you first evacuate the casualties and don't go across at this moment because we don't know exact place and it's going to be daylight very soon because by 4 o'clock it should be daylight there. So we kept our casualties on our body and crawled back, keeping them safe from the fire. And we almost cleared everyone except the number one scout who probably was no more. So if you see the bridge, there was an overhead something on the railway bridge. So I took position there with my medium machine gun and light machine gun, and we started firing single round in the inputs of these two bunkers, and that way we cleared all our casualties. And then we waited. We stopped firing. They also stopped firing. Our artillery was also stopped. And in the afternoon at about 12 or 1 o'clock, Mufti Bahini people came and they said that there is all quiet the other side.
Achha.
Probably they are resting because they kept on firing in the whole night. So this information was sent to our commanding officer. He said, if we can achieve surprise, there's nothing like it. So he told me that if you can, go across. So I was very keen to go because my one man was lying there.
Achha.
And I didn't want ki it should be fall in their hands because they do very bad with the dead bodies of the soldiers. So we started crossing, and we were crossing like monkeys. You see, we were not standing,
Crawling.
But-
I think crawling.
almost crawling, but on hands and legs.
So
And it
आपके
was
पीछे तो राइफल होगा for sure.
I had the stain gun
Stun gun.
with
अच्छा.
two grenades in my belt. People had rifle, but वो उसको ऐसे ऊपर किया हुआ. And we were, when I reached the number one scout, then I said ki get up and let's cross because the bunkers were very close.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my next to me that you go and lob your hand grenade in the right bunker. Prime is hand grenade and lob in the right bunker. I chose to lob the grenade in the left bunker because I am a left-hander.
Mm-hmm.
So we both went and lobbed the grenade and took position in the side. And after the grenade blast, these people inside were killed. And from the bunkers behind them,
Mm-hmm.
started coming. By then, we also came on the railway line
Mm-hmm.
from where I had taken position.
Mm-hmm.
So, one very tall Pathan,
Mm-hmm.
it was 22 Baluch. He fired his complete magazine he must have fired. I also fired, but I was not hit. The bullets went near my head, and then I ran and put my bayonet in his stomach, and I had no chance to change my magazine because they were coming and we were shouting Bajrang Bali ki jai,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a big hand-to-hand fighting. They also had were sort of afraid, wanted to run away, but by then we had killed about 5-6 people with our bayonets and bullets. And then I think some signal came. Tracer rounds were fired from a grove.
Mm-hmm.
It was a signal that withdraw. So they started running backwards, and our LMG man came. We fired on the running this thing. Meanwhile, one more Jawan was wounded because people were firing and running like this. And then we started searching the bunkers. I was surprised. So much of ammunition and ration was stacked there in the bunkers. In last two bunkers, there were 6 Jawans. They came out with hands up and they said कि हमको मारो मत, हम आपकी गाय हैं. So we said ठीक है, वैसे भी हम नहीं मारते.
Mm-hmm.
So we took them as prisoners and sent them to Bhatana.
And these were
So-
sir, like Razakars, these people that you captured.
No, they were 22 Baluch, regular troops.
Okay, regular Palu. Okay, regular.
They were here. There were no Rajakars. Rajakars, I think they had gone to Sylhet.
And one more
Yeah.
thing, sir. I heard that Pakistani bunkers, कभी-कभी वहाँ पे, sir, Indian Army people also found women who were locked up there.
Yes. They had kept many hostages, sort of thing. But in this thing, we never find any woman. But some people in left, right of us, because I found difference that wherever women were found, either they were Rajakars or they were Punjab battalion.
Okay.
But these Baluchis, I find them very good soldiers, and it was pleasure to fight with them. Though without creating any casualties on us, they never withdrew.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so I asked them, where is your company commander? He said, वो तो कल रात को ही भाग गया. Okay, what did he say? He said, जब तक लड़ सकते हो लड़ो, नहीं तो भाग जाना. तो ठीक है.
Right.
So by next day afternoon, we could collect about 26 dead bodies, including 1 or 2 junior commissioned officers, and so much of weapons and rations. If I would have been there, we could have survived about a week there.
Mm-hmm.
And they are artillery support also.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, the artillery OP with me, he was also wounded. He got a bullet in his right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, he was also awarded Sena Medal. And my man, Uday Raj, who had dropped the grenade in the right bunker, he got a Veer Chakra. So, after this, we got rest for one night,
Mm-hmm.
my company. Rasul Battalion moved ahead, and next objective was Mongla Bazaar.
Mongla Bazar. Okay.
Mongla Bazaar, and when troops reached there, they were there. They fired on us, and one company had gone ahead of Mongla Bazaar, and battalion headquarters was in front of. So, commanding officer told some company to attack. They took some time. So, commanding officer with IO and his protection, they attacked, and they ran away.
Okay.
So this is how we captured. After Mongla Bazaar, my company again got chance to be leading company. We went ahead, and General Tonk's company, that was number 2 company, they
That was
were.
for second lieutenant, I guess.
He was with 1 month service. I was with 3 months service.
Right.
So they were advancing on the road parallel to the railway line. So we, during daytime, about 10 o'clock, there was a band in the railway line,
Acha.
and they were deployed about 100 meters right of that band.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as our troops crossed, they started firing. And we suffered a lot of casualties. My company commander was also wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And so I rushed ahead, and there was intense fighting. So I had to take position. But somehow we got our company commander evacuated from there, then reorganized and again attacked. And our number 4 company, which was further left,
Acha.
we told them to advance. There was a mashy area in between. Nobody could go there
Mm-hmm.
because our move was restricted to existing tracks and roads or whatever. Roads was not there.
Right, right.
But they shouted from there about 200 meters. They shouted Bajrang Bali ki jai. Then we just went. So that was Kola Bay. Here we suffered a lot of casualties, especially my company, number 1.
So,
And
which
thereafter-
company were dead and wounded, sir, in this attack?
In this attack, we lost one officer. He was wounded, but he's come to his injuries after 3 days. And 2 JCOs and 35 other ranks. They were killed in one action during daytime.
Okay.
And that was 14th of December. And evening we reached Surma River.
Surma.
Surma River, outskirts of south of Sylhet.
Hmm.
There we gave them 4-5 DR that we have reached here. So their company commander came.
Mm-hmm.
We had linked up, and we had to.
I mean, company commander from 4-5 Gurkha Rifles that you met.
He was Major Sharma.
Major Shah.
I don't know the complete name, but he was Major Sharma. Our company commander was Major Govindji Mishra. Who was, General Tong was his company officer.
Okay.
So now they had destroyed the railway bridge also.
Mm-hmm.
So we had no way to go except for collecting few votes. Locals also came. They started helping us, and that's how we could send across rations and ammunition and whatever 4-5 GR required. So by 15th evening, we had established ourselves also, and 9 guards had also come from their axis. In the morning, meanwhile, in Dhaka there was something else is going on.
Mm-hmm.
That General Sagat Singh, in spite of his orders not to go west of river, he had taken helicopters, sent 4 guards across, and dropped 2 para outside Dhaka, and they had hangar. So from there, you see, Niazi and our 101 Comzone area commander, Nagra, they had studied together in Lahore
Mm-hmm.
before Pata.
Mm-hmm.
So he was called, and he contacted Niazi and told him, "You better surrender because you're surrounded now." He said, "भाई कोई बताओ किसको surrender करूं मैं?" तो हमारे जो चीफ ऑफ स्टाफ ईस्टर्न कमांड थे, he went inside with his protection, and in between he was fired upon by Mufti Bahini because he was traveling in Pakistani vehicles. Then they said, "भाई we are Indians," तो उन्होंने चुप किया, वो भी उनके साथ हो गए.
अच्छा अच्छा.
तो हाँ, he went to the headquarters and met Niazi and told him to surrender. In his book, he has written that I was showing a very brave this thing, but inside I was little frightened that we had only 3,000 troops around Dhaka at that time, and they had 26,000 troops inside Dhaka. तो खैर वाकई की कहानी तो कई जगह हो गया है. And so on 16 they surrender. In Sylhet we took surrender. 6 Rajput took surrender of 22 Baluch.
22 Baluch.
And I saw tears in their eyes when they were surrendering. Their officers were very happy to surrender. So that's why I call them good soldiers. बराबर की फाइट करने वाले. Though they were psychologically very down, but they fought with faith. And that day I was sent to Dauki. There's a
Dauki.
border. Dauki.
Mm-hmm.
There was a road from to Sylhet. Inside
North, I
India.
think, directly leading to Dauki.
So I went to Dauki because these refugees started coming in, and minefields were there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was told to stop these chaps coming inside, and I stayed there for 3 days. I didn't allow them. I made them, उनके लिए टेंट्स लगाए, उनको बोला इधर रहो, खाना खाओ, ये करो, वो करो, but don't go, otherwise you will be killed because there are mines there. And there in Dauki there is that famous lake which has very clear water.
Mm-hmm.
Clear. I saw that there. Then I was after 3 days. The mines, our engineers lifted the mines. Then I went back to Sylhet. Then I was given task to take all these prisoners, especially civilian prisoners who were policemen and magistrates and railway of West Pakistan, with their families to our prisoners camp in Guwahati.
Prisoners camp in which place, sir?
Guwahati.
Guwahati. Okay. Guwahati में भी एक pure camp बना था.
Of course, not in Guwahati, but the camp was across Guwahati near Rangia.
अच्छा. Okay.
So I then took them, and in the night we reached on top. जहाँ पे असम राइफल का वो है.
Shillong, sir.
Shillong. We reached Shillong, had a night halt there, and next day morning we reached Rangia, that camp, not exactly Rangia, short of Rangia, and Guwahati के बीच में, and उनको हैंडओवर किया कैंप में. Then we went and कामाख्या देवी के दर्शन भी किया. Went back to Sylhet.
अच्छा.
And there I saw that we were given orders that all these captured weapons, artillery guns, and vehicles below to Bangladesh. So I was surprised, but चलो कुछ नहीं, जो भी government order.
Captured weapons जो आपने बांग्लादेश मुक्ति बाहिनी
बांग्लादेश वो पाकिस्तान आर्मी के जो हमने सरेंडर में मिला, वैसे भी हमने कैप्चर बहुत किए थे. उनकी पूरा आर्टिलरी गन्स दे सरेंडर टू अस, वो सब उनको देना पड़ा. उस वक्त मुफ्ती फौज को ही दिया हमने. एंड वेरी सून वी वर.
पता नहीं था सर. I mean, I thought that we actually took all their weapons away.
हमको अलाउ नहीं किया.
क्योंकि बांग्लादेश में ये बात पीपल से अ लॉट कि इंडियन आर्मी कैप्चर्ड हथियार लेके चले गए. आई एम लाइक, आई मीन,
Somebody is saying lies. कोई और ले गया तो I don't know, but our brigade was given clear orders कि इनको hand over करना. The orders from government of India, not army channel. So then we were told to go to Nagaland. So we went to Nagaland and started
and this was in sir 72
72 January.
January. अच्छा अच्छा.
Because by December we had cleared all these things, and in January we went there, and we started our counter-insurgency operations in Nagaland.
Again, अच्छा.
And
So आपका तो मतलब direct bat, I mean, 6 Rajput, as I know, it was a CI battalion. Then, but you
Eight
did
Mountain
not
Div
go
was
into
complete.
conventional warfare, I guess.
but we practiced. But 8 Mountain Div complete was in the CI operations in Nagaland and Manipur. The one brigade was in Manipur. Initially we were part of Manipur brigade, but after the war we were part of Nagaland brigade. Our brigade was
59
interchanged.
Mountain Brigade was also a CI unit.
CI. We were then. My task was to train the basketball team and get intelligence from the. There was a school nearby. उनके साथ फुटबॉल खेलता था, उनसे भी पूछता था भी, but they never gave any information.
अच्छा अच्छा.
And तो हम लोग उनके साथ गेम्स वगैरह सब. From there then Tonk and myself we went for our young officers course.
अच्छा अच्छा. वायु, I mean, वायु नॉर्मली करके कोई यूनिट में ज्वाइन करता है.
और लड़ाई में जाते हैं हम लोग, लड़ाई पहले लड़ लिए.
राइट राइट
उसके बाद
राइट.
वायुज में बोले. We were told don't bring in your war experience. You have to learn what is written in the books. Otherwise you will fail.
Right.
Anyway, so we did our house course. It consists of weapons course, tactics, and commando course, which was very tough. And
Right.
after commando course, we were given 3 days break. We went to Goa, and then from there we came back to our battalion in Nagaland again.
अच्छा अच्छा.
And
So you must have been promoted as a lieutenant by now.
no, I was promoted as acting captain
Okay.
after 2 years service.
अच्छा अच्छा.
2 years service. I was second lieutenant. So what happened that when I went back, there were inter-battalion basketball tournament. Played in that. Then brigade team was formed. We went for 8 Mountain Div inter-brigade tournament. We won that also. Then in the Div team, I went for command championship.
अच्छा.
And from there, I was taken in the command team, Eastern Command team, and we went to Bangalore to play services championship.
Yes, 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 yes.
In Bangalore, I had completed 2 years. So I received a signal that your permit is acting captain. So
And I think for some Bangladesh ops also you were given a Sena medal, right, sir?
yes, I was given for Panchuganj.
Penchuganj.
Actually, what happened that our citations were stopped because the GOC was interested in getting more guarantee awards for 4-5 GI because they had done wonderful job. And when we were in Nagaland, Eastern Army Commander General
Arora, I guess.
Arora, he came to our battalion.
Achha,
So
sir.
our commanding officer told him that we did such things and we haven't got any guarantee award. So we went back to Delhi and after 15 days or so we got 4 guarantee awards, 2 Veer Chakra and 2 Sena medal. One Veer Chakra was my company commander, posthumous Veer Chakra. One my fellow would lobbed grenade He got Veer Chakra. I got a Senna medal, and our company JCO in Kolabin, he got Senna medal. So one company got all four awards.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally feel that Major Govindji Mishra, Tom, they all deserved gallantry award. But it was too late. Parliament में हल्ला हो गया. We don't give so much about how much money can we give. Though they didn't give me anything. You see, Rajasthan government had said that we give 25 bighas of irrigated land to Senna Medal winners. And after married officers had availed their leave, after I was also given some leave. So I went to the commissioner colonization कि भाई मेरा ये सेना मेडल है. इसे साहब वो लेटर जो है ना वो गवर्नमेंट ने कैंसिल कर दिया. आपको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, आप 2000 रुपया दें.
अच्छा अच्छा.
ये क्या बात है? खैर जो भी हो, इट इज गवर्नमेंट्स दिस थिंग. अभी तक मैंने नहीं लिया. वो कई बार पूछते हैं आपने क्यों नहीं लिया, तो मैं नहीं लेता. तो खैर anyway, so after Nagaland we went to Amritsar in peace station in 1972. And there initially we got to where we have this parade evening mein. So
And
we were
by
there.
now, sir, you are a captain, right, sir?
In Amritsar I was captain. 3 years service. And there again I kept on playing because games were given so much of preference. Every battalion wanted to win their inter brigade and
Okay.
tournament. So from there I played for Western Command in the services in
Okay.
Madras. That time it was Madras. अभी वो चेन्नई हो गया. So we went to Amritsar after the tournament. From there I did my another course, battalion support weapons course, because these are compulsory course. और कोई course they didn't give me because who will play the games. Because after Amritsar we went to James. And our advance party had gone to Ladakh, but our place was changed to Brahmanadi Badi, short of Jammu.
Achha.
Our was the first battalion to go there, and we became part of that. Our advance party came back. There, we used to go and deploy ourselves on the border. Sometimes we had arguments, though we were not allowed to talk to them. But वो छेड़खानी करते थे. It never went so much. And after 2 years there, we went to Nowshera
No,
for
sure.
1 year. From Nowshera, then I went for junior command course in battalion Binaguri.
Binaguri. अच्छा, मतलब नौशेरा से डायरेक्ट बिनागुड़ी. अच्छा.
And after JC course, I joined the battalion. After JC course, you are supposed to do some staff posting. So my commanding officer that time said, "Ki I've arranged your posting at your hometown. There is a new division is being raised. So you'll go as DSO 3, General Staff Officer." And I was sent on leave. कि वहाँ जाके मिल के आओ सब लोगों से. And during leave, I got a DO from my 2IC, Vijay Mishra, that your posting has been changed to Rajput Regiment Central Fatehgarh.
अच्छा अच्छा.
So,
अच्छा अच्छा directly to Rajput regiment instead of the raising of the division.
हाँ. So I went back with my family. I had 3 months child गोदी में वो क्या हम वापस गए. And they sent us to Fatehgarh, that is our Rajput Regiment Center, Ganga के किनारे. So Commandant told me that I got your posting from staff posting to this place because you have to train our basketball team.
अच्छा
That's why I've got you here. Because in the inter-center tournament, they used to have inter-training center tournaments. Out of 12 centers, we were 11th or 12th. So he said, I don't like this. We have to do very well. So I started coaching them, got some players from units. And next tournament, we got 4th place from 12th to 4th. And thereafter, I was posted to Bhopal as General Staff Officer. And
okay
in Bhopal, I had attained the service to become a major. So there was some crisis there. But then somebody posted out and I was made major there. Substantive major, not acting.
okay
And there in 1984, this gas plant took place in Bhopal. We were
Bhopal gas
very,
tragedy.
ah, very close to the factory. And I was duty officer that night. And I got a lot of calls from ex-servicemen and whatnot. So we sent our troops in vehicles and evacuated a lot of ex-servicemen and civilians also. And there was havoc there. On the station, people were lying dead, and the complete locality down the factory, everyone was killed except for chicken.
Okay.
And we went there, though we had to put a lot of water in our eyes. My eyes were red, but we did our job. I took and saw if there was any alive human being there, but no one was there. And their bodies were swollen. The you see, the cows and buffaloes were swollen. The dogs were swollen, and we then put them in the vehicles and put them in one place. And their last rites were done as per if somebody appeared as a तो उसको टुकड़ दिखा किया. If somebody appeared as a Hindu उसको वो सबका वो किया हमने.
I mean, I think, sir, this is very horrific. Like,
हाँ.
it must have
And-
taken a toll on people.
Government was not bothered. Government was not bothered. Anyway, so it was very bad thing for our children also. And from there then I was posted to Arunachal Pradesh in Lohit Valley.
Yes, yes, sir.
And
Close to the Chinese, I guess.
yes, so I went there and since I was, Batan was there for last 1.5 years. I had knew, so they sent me to the forwardmost post, Chowki,
Acha.
and McMahon line was right in front of the post. And we didn't know what to do. The whole day we are just watching the Chinese civilians and troops and giving report कि आज इतना खच्चर पे आया इतना ये आया. So anyway we did our job there. And from there then we went to Udaipur in Rajasthan.
Udaipur. Acha, acha.
And from Udaipur we were told to go for Operation Common, Sri Lanka में जो हुआ. We were preparing. Meanwhile, somebody else was detained and we were sent to uh, Jammu and Kashmir.
अच्छा अच्छा
So we went NK and
90s
took
में
our,
आई थिंक सर कश्मीर में प्रॉब्लम शुरू होने वाला था 90s से ही
उस वक्त we had no idea.
राइट राइट
वो पता नहीं था because when we initially went there it was picnic posting. We used to go anywhere, good swimming, कुछ दोपहर में, and ladies were allowed and whatnot. And in '89, suddenly this उनका जो अपना होम मिनिस्टर था उसका डॉक्टर वाज किडनैप्ड एंड वो सारा हल्ला वल्ला वो 89 में शुरू हो गया. स्कूल्स बंद हो गई, ये हो गई. आवर चिल्ड्रन वेंट टू जयपुर विदाउट टीसी. तो टीसी देने वाला कोई नहीं. एंड फैमिलीज वर सेंट. वी गॉट इन्वॉल्वड इन आवर cordon and search operations, and we were in Kupwara. So after 2 years, my board for Lieutenant Colonel held. Those days, Lieutenant Colonel. So I got approved, and I was posted out to Gwalior to command the NCC battalion.
अच्छा
NCC battalion. And after 2 years, उनको काफी अच्छी ट्रेनिंग भी कराते थे. But that area is notorious. So somehow हमने किया. Then my in 82 my board was held for colonel.
Right now you are sir colonel right sir
हाँ, नहीं, I was approved,
okay
but I was I took over the battalion in 83 in Assam. Again, the div headquarters was in Rangia, and we were in Daranga Mela on Bhutan border.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
That time Bodo and ASU, उनका insurgency was too tough.
and I think
So I
Bodos
was-
were also like very violent very
हाँ,
aggressive and violent
तो Bodos का ये था कि their camps were in Bhutan, and Bhutan is a friendly country. Still, we couldn't go to Bhutan without taking permission from the government. And they had some system that whenever we asked for permission, they informed, and the Bodos ran away from. But still, we had some encounters, and we could capture them without suffering any casualty ourselves. So we did quite well and did a lot of patrolling. I was commanding officer. My companies were in tea gardens on the border of Bhutan,
Bhutan
and all Bodo localities. But Bodos are good because once I read it there, I got some literature from there. इनका वो सारा था कि हमको गवर्नमेंट ने धोखा दिया, ये किया, वो किया. हमारे यहाँ पे इन्होंने लोगों को gave the land, they cut our trees. We depended on the trees and they cut. And all these chefs were वो बांग्लादेश से आए हुए लोग.
अच्छा
उनको उन्होंने 2-2 बीघा जमीन उधर दी. उन्होंने आते ही वो पेड़ कट एंड सब्जी उगाना शुरू किया और सब्जी बेचना शुरू किया. तो दे डिडंट लाइक इट कि हमारे इलाके में क्योंकि इनका पहले बोडोज के 6 MLAs थे. इनको डालने से उनका 1-2 MLA कम हो गया. पॉलिटिक्स का मेरे को इतना पता नहीं, बट हमने फिर इनको उनका जो लिटरेचर में ये लिखा होता है लास्ट में कि इन केस देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम attack on India will help Indian Army.
So it's like, sir, 27 years of service.
I did 29 years and 7 months.
Right. And
And here,
how has been, sir, life after that?
huh, the thing is that my eldest daughter, she was studying in Gwalior, and she did very well in psychology. She topped the Sindhya Kanya School, Gwalior,
Acha.
and she did BA honors in psychology. So I wanted her to take on civil service exams, but she said कि मैं तो I'll join army,
Okay.
and she went for SSB and she joined army.
Mm-hmm.
But she was arts graduate and she was given EME,
EAB.
technical arm.
Acha.
And she was
Electromechanical engineers. Right.
and then she was in the services ladies pistol team. So she went to Mao to practice her event.
Mm-hmm.
But then Operation Parakram started.
Right.
Operation Vijay in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Operation Vijay started Kargil operation.
Kargil operation.
She was sent back to Ahmad workshop in which she was serving there. And we were deployed. And मई में उसका शादी करना था, बिकॉज पंडित लोगों ने पता नहीं क्या बताया वो हमारे.
But she didn't tell me that she took part in the Kargil war. Like, of course,
Not in Kargil war, but she was deployed on the
deployed. Of
border,
course, I mean, that is also like a service.
in Rajasthan border,
Rajasthan border.
with one of the armored brigades. He was armored workshop officer, because even she was arts graduate, but in Vios course she got A grade,
Mm-hmm.
and the science graduates they got E or B grade. That's why she was given armored workshop. उसके लिए अलग ही चीज थी. तो anyway, तो उसका फिर शादी हो गया. Her husband was also in EME, and when Vaishali daughter was born, she told me that I am leaving army because she is one of those early
Mm-hmm.
ladies.
Ladies, yeah.
So they used to have a lot of problems here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Facilities were not.
Abhi to
Right.
now, I think it has been smoothened a lot, and people
अभी तो
also support them. पहले वैसा
हाँ,
था नहीं.
पहला नहीं था. पहला लोग सोचते थे कि यार ये कहाँ से आ गए ऐसा करके. Anyway, so after 5 years she left, and then she was given to do management course from IIT Lucknow.
Acha.
It was given by Rehabilitated Directorate, the Army Headquarters. So she went to Lucknow, and her husband was then was posted in Panga Valley. So I had to go and stay with her,
Acha, acha.
and because small child and she was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But this course was instead of 1 year, it was reduced to 6 months for army. And her first, she took a job in Baroda because her husband was posted in Baroda. And from there, her this started civil jobs.
Civil life.
Sort of,
With father and daughter serving in the armed forces, we hear of so much of father and son. Yeah.
huh. But I retired in 2001, March 2001. That time, Operation Parakram started after there was attack on our parliament. So I said कि एक लड़ाई तो हमने लड़ लिया, कमीशन होते ही एक लड़ाई रिटायरमेंट के बाद लड़ेंगे. So I took re-employment,
Right.
and For 4 years, I had to then remain in army. 1 year I was on border till Parakram was there, and thereafter I was posted to Bikaner in the divisional airport. I did 3 years, and then finally in 2005 I was released. So अभी हमारा son, he I had prepared him to go to NDA, but वो जाके चुपचाप मर्चेंट नेवी का एग्जाम दे दिल्ली में, एंड he rang me up कि I passed, इंटरव्यू भी हो गया, but for our training they want 1 lakh some rupees. So I said कि तुम एनडीए में जाने वाले थे, you had cleared everything, why have you decided कि बस वो फ्रेंड्स के साथ आ गया, वो सब तो रिजेक्ट हो गए, मैं रह गया. Anyway, so then he did, and he is in merchant Navy. And so thereafter life is smooth. In 2010, Sheikh Hasina called us in Dhaka
You went to Bangladesh then.
to participate in Vijay Divas in 2010. We were looked after very well. Itna, they were very keen to make us.
I think she also meets the delegation that goes there.
She gave us tea in her residence, and उस टी में the president and vice president also met us.
Right.
President ने अलग से कोई चाय नहीं दिया, and उसके बाद में in the golden jubilee celebration of Vijay Divas of Bangladesh,
Right.
we were again gone.
Acha, acha.
We had gone again.
2 times then.
You see, when you go there, you remember your war days.
Exactly.
आप देखो, there is a ये उनका बांग्लादेश का मुक्ति बाहिनी, अब now they are called मुक्ति योद्धास. उनका there is a club there. In that club they so much of respect. ऐसे गले मिलते हैं. अभी सर आप कहाँ पे लड़े, हमने बोला सिलेट. अरे I was also in Sylhet, but आपने you made us soldiers in 10 days,
10 days.
and we could fight with you, shoulder to shoulder. And what happened that आपका जो ये थे मुजीबुर रहमान, he had dismantled this Mukti Fauj, who were not graduates. उनको सबको निकाल दिया. Only graduates were kept as officers. But Sheikh Hasina के time पे they were given industrial plots, and they were helped, they were known to establish industries. तो उधर जितने भी industries थे वो मुक्ति फौज के, they all members of that club, they all come there. और किसी का जैसे वो है क्लॉथ का, वो सबको एक एक शर्ट ऐसे प्रेजेंट भी करते. हम मना नहीं कर सकते उनको, वो इतना इंसिस्ट करते हैं.
I was there when they were last year when they were actually giving those mementos and everything, announcing everybody's name.
हाँ,
Yeah.
तो वो they give presents वगैरह बहुत, and we have meeting with all the chiefs, chief of army staff, chief of air staff, chief of naval staff, and good discussions, because Bangladeshi officers, they come to India for some courses. Indians also go there. So what happens that the aircraft which takes Indian veterans to Dhaka, in the same aircraft, Mukti Bahini Yoddhas, they come to India.
Right.
And then they are taken to all the places in India. हम लोग को वो लोग हेलीकॉप्टर में ले जाते हैं जहाँ जहाँ बैटल हुई थी. I requested them many times, take me to Fenchugan. They say, sir, it is out of where I fought. उसको आई आस्क्ड देम कि मेरे को एक चक्कर ऊपर से दिखा दो, बट वो बना नहीं। वी वर टेकिंग लॉट ऑफ गुड प्लेसेस। मैं आपको जो बताया ना कि वो बंगाली मेडिकल का पूरा कंपनी उन्होंने खत्म कर दिया। दे टुक अस देयर आल्सो। वहाँ भी हमने देखा गोलियों के निशान अभी तक प्रिजर्व किया हुआ।
Right.
और उसके पास में ही दे हैव ऑप्स रूम ऑफ जनरल स्लिम 14 आर्मी कमांडो। इट्स दिस प्लेस इज वर्थ सीइंग। उन्होंने वहाँ पे सबका वो बनाया हुआ है।
सिम तो उस साइड में था बर्मा कैंपेन में, so there must be
हाँ, तो
places
उसका
of Bangladesh area.
हाँ उसका ऑप्स रूम वहाँ पे था। उसका वो पूरा नीचे तक, और उनके सबके वो पुतला लगाए हुए हैं। स्लिम यहाँ बैठता था, इसका स्टाफ ऑफिसर यहाँ बोलता था, चीफ ऑफ स्टाफ यहाँ बैठता था उनका,
Right.
और पूरा पुतला लगाया हुआ है और एकदम बढ़िया। दे मेंटेन इट वेरी वेल।
Right.
इट वाज नाइस
Nice.
विजिट बांग्लादेश। एनीथिंग यू लाइक टू?
It's a real
Anything-
pleasure and honor, sir, talking to you. And Sylhet side, I have not found so many veterans, anybody like you're the first person who I know, I mean, who fought at that place, and I'm talking to directly. But yeah, it's a real pleasure, sir. And I'm like trying to record all of this history as much as possible, trying to find the war diaries of 9 guards as well. So
Yes.
that is my
The
thing.
thing is that because of age, I started forgetting names of some places, and
No, that is fine, sir. That is fine.
that comes naturally.
You gave a
that
lot
comes
of history itself. Yeah.
हमारे यूनिट के एक ऑफिसर ने, ऑफिसर की वाइफ ने एक किताब भी लिखा है
कहानी नहीं.
हिंदी में।
अच्छा अच्छा. This is regarding 6 Rajput, sir.
6 राजपूत का ऑफिसर है ये। ओके, ही वाज आईओ।
IO, intelligence officer. He must be knowing a lot of things for sure.
हाँ हाँ, ये इनके एल्डेस्ट ब्रदर 4 राजपूत में थे।
अच्छा,
He was commandant,
I couldn't. A bit.
जनरल प्रेम कुपरेती।
No, no, a bit upwards.
सॉरी, लाइक दिस।
No, no, up. Just raise the. Okay. No, a bit down. Yeah. Now I can see him. Acha.
He is late General Prem Kupreti. He is elder brother of Rakesh Kupreti, who was IO during that time. Second lieutenant. We were 5 second lieutenant there.
Acha.
He got Shaurya Chakra when he was in Assam Rifles. Rakesh Kupreti. From
Sir, I
General-
can also see a picture of you being awarded the Sena Medal by General Manek.
वो इसमें है। ये है जनरल मोंटी।
No, a bit
He
down. Yeah,
recently
now I can
retired
see him. Right.
as Vice Chief of Army Staff. ये atrocities on Bengalis by Pakistani troops, इसका फोटोग्राफ भी उसमें दिया।
Right.
तो ये
Actually, sir, I would like to correct one thing. These photographs were actually reprisals of Bengalis against Razakars. Like 22 दिसंबर ये पिक्चर्स लिया गया था.
Corps Commander in Pakistan,
Yeah, I think General Sagat Singh, Major General K.V. Krishna Rao, and Lance Naik Dil Bahadur Chhetri.
and हाँ
Ha. That photograph I've seen.
ये हमारा
Could you
Commando-
raise it a bit upwards? Yeah, I can see it.
he was commando platoon commander. He did very well. He deserves some award, but he has also gone to Bangladesh 2 years back, I think. This is Mongla Bazaar.
Mongla Bazaar.
इसमें यहाँ पे है। He was commanding officer यहाँ पे नहीं है।
Right. And where can I get this book, sir, if I want to read it?
आप एड्रेस भेज दो तो मैं
No, could you raise it a bit upwards? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
तो आप एड्रेस भेजो तो आई उनको बताता हूँ. हाँ, नहीं गर्म कर दो. All second level.
6 Rajput. Could you raise it a bit upwards? Yeah. 5 second lieutenants.
हाँ.
Sir. So it's a real pleasure, sir. Knowing everything from the veterans themselves. ताकि ये
Okay,
इतिहास
nice.
stays forever.
Yes. If possible, I'll also write a book. मेरे पास बहुत notes है. When I went to Nagaland after operations and games, I used to go and write my war experience in lantern. There was no electricity in Nagaland in 72, 73. तो मैंने वो लिख के रखा हुआ, but
I think even General Tong passed away very recently.
he had kidney cancer. So we were very good friends. We did our courses together.
Okay then, sir, I'll talk to you again. It's really nice and thank you for whatever you did for the 71 war, sir. I mean,
Yes.
as a Bengali from Calcutta and having a father from Bangladesh, I really thank you, sir, for whatever you did.
All the best. Enjoy your
Thank you so
life.
much, sir. Jai Hind.
Bye. Jai Hind.